2024 annual meeting. We're going to talk a little bit about what we did in the prior year and exciting news about what we're going to be doing this year. And I'd like to start by recognizing some folks that are blessing us with their presence. We have Mayor Joan Peck with us. And former Mayor Leona Stecker is here, who was instrumental at the very beginning of forming the relationship with Japan. I see Jeannie Finley and Connie, some former board members, and Peggy, I believe you were on the board at some point or another. Yeah, so we welcome everybody, and tonight we have to do a little business, and we're going to start off. We lost two pillars of our program last year. The first was Stephen Fasthorse, who passed in the spring last year. Stephen was instrumental in starting our relationship with the Northern Arapaho and was featured in the first documentary and will be featured prominently in the second documentary, which we'll talk about later. But without Stephen, we wouldn't have an exchange to the reservation. He was willing to try something and reached out in partnership with us. And it was a tremendous loss, not only to his family, but to the tribe and to us to lose him this year. The second was Dan Benvenides. Dan passed last week, and we saw many of his friends and family at the funeral earlier this week. Dan did many, many things for the Longmont community in partnership with City Council. He found Ciudad Guzman for us and created that relationship in partnership with Longmont Sister Cities. Dan also did a lot for the community after some difficult times when there was a lot of racial unrest in the community, and was one of the founders of El Comité. So it was a tremendous loss to the community and a tremendous loss to us as well. So with that, we have a message from Ciudad Guzman that Courtney's going to share.
Hello, I'm Courtney Michelle, the current Vice President of Longmont Sister Cities, and I'm hoping we can get a PDF of that. Ciudad Guzman put together a message about Dan Benavides, and the translation is, the Guzman Longmont Sister Cities Committee sends their regrets for the recent death of our dear friend Daniel Benavides, who was the great promoter of the relationship between our cities. We send a prayer for his eternal rest and a huge hug to his family and to Longmont Sister Cities. And then, shall we have a moment of silence for both of us? So let's do a moment of silence for both Dan and Stephen, who were very huge in getting our programs together. Thank you. All right. Shall we do some trivia?
Yes. So we did this last year at our board meeting, and it was a lot of fun, so we're going to do it again.
All right. So what is one thing that all of our sister cities have in common? Mountains. Good. So elevation and mountains. Chino City Hall is located at the elevation of 801 meters. 2,628 feet, and is the highest city hall location in all of Japan. Ciudad Guzman is at 1,507 meters, which is 4,944 feet. The Wind River, 1,762 meters, 5,781 feet. And Longmont is at 1,519 meters, 4,984 feet. Next question is, what is the difference between Arapaho with an E and Arapaho without an E? Correct. Sam, the one with the E is the location, the one without the E is the people. So when you see like Arapaho Avenue or street, that's the location, Arapaho County, and the people are without the E. All right. What former businessman and city council member was responsible for introducing us to Ciudad Guzman? We just gave that one away. Yep. Which former U.S. president started the people-to-people movement resulting in the formation of Sister Cities International? Eisenhower, very good.
Okay, former board members.
No more answers. And last one, which former Longmont mayor encouraged the formation of a citizen group called Longmont Sister Cities Association in 1995? Leona, there she is. Thank you very much. All right.
Wonderful. Okay, our next order of business is for Sue Bolton to tell us about Longmont Sister Cities Association's history. Sue?
Okay, you already covered some of this, so I don't have too much to say. But I think it is important to know that the idea for Sister Cities International does go all the way back to President Eisenhower. He had seen what war was like, and he felt that if ordinary citizens from our country and other countries would get to know each other, it would do a lot to promote peace. He also thought that the strong ties between cities in America, in the United States, with other cities in other countries would help prevent conflict. So that was the idea behind it. Longmont Sister Cities didn't get going until 1990. At that time, Longmont first signed an agreement. Our mayors signed agreements with Chino, Japan. And that came about a lot because of Jimmy Kanemoto and some of the other business and civic leaders in our city who wanted to have business relationships with a city in Japan. So it was Mayor Fred Wilson who went over to Chino and signed the agreement with Mayor Harada in 1990. And the following year, in 1991, Mayor Harada said, well, we want a student exchange as part of this sister city thing. So they sent a group of kids over with a few chaperones, and it was up to Leona's staff to hustle around and find some host families and set up activities for these people while they were here. But it was a big success. And so the following year, 1992, we sent a group of kids, mostly kids whose families had been host families, over to Chino. And after that, it was every other year for a while. They would send somebody here and we would send somebody there. But in 1995, I think Leona prevailed upon us because she said this really needs to be organized by a citizens group. Her staff couldn't do all of this arranging of Sister Cities activities and everything in addition to their regular duties. And at that time, Bill Carlson had moved back to Longmont, asked what he could do for the city, and she said, take over this Sister City thing. So he was our first president. I was one of the first chaperones. Yeah, Sally, Seth, and I were the first ones to go to Japan, and we knew nothing, but we learned a lot, and we had a wonderful time. So we were very excited about not only improving the way we did the exchange, but also continuing it for many years. So in 92, that was the first time we went there. Then in 95, when Bill Carlson came, we were getting a lot of enthusiasm for the exchange, so we started exchanging every year both ways with Japan. We would send kids there, and they would send kids here. There were people on our board who kept saying, well, why don't we have a sister city with Mexico? You know, we have so many ties to Mexico. We have so many people here who have ties to Mexico. And I remember Emma Pena, who was on our board, said, I'm not going to stay on this board if we don't get a sister city in Mexico. So Dan Benavides, who was both a city councilman and also a businessman, knew about Ciudad Guzman. He had friends there. He had business relationships with them, and he introduced us. Leona went with us. Agreements were signed, and then we started exchanging every year with both Mexico and Japan. Courtney and and Janice know a lot more about the sister city relationship we have with the Northern Arapaho, but I know that Mayor Brian Bagley really was the one who came to us and said, why don't we have a sister city with a tribe? And the Northern Arapaho have ties here. They lived here. This was their homeland. And so that seemed like a logical one. And he really promoted the idea of having a relationship with them. That's our newest sister city. So that's the history.
Thank you, Sue. All right, next up, Sam Safey. We're going to do a board election here. Always.
It's a bit boring, but this is something we need to do every year. So, yes. Glasses. We are going to vote with hand like this, please. And feel free to say no. Or if you are opposing someone, it's okay to say no. I mean, it doesn't have to be unanimous. So, it's proposed. It's proposed. I have to look at the paper and the microphone. Okay. Let's trade. Don't become old, folks. Okay, here we go. So it's proposed Courtney Michelle as the new president, Cherie Safey, my dear wife, as the vice president, Mike Seaton, and Karen Randy. Bandy, okay, I'm sorry for the mispronunciation. As the new executive board. Those who are in favor, please. Any oppose? Say that again?
Anybody in the room can vote.
Yes, everyone. Should we do it again?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it again. Courtney Michelle as the president, Cherie Safey as the vice president, Mike Seaton as the secretary, and Karen Bandy, pronounced well, as the treasurer, right? Okay, all who are in favor, please. You can vote for yourself, Mike. Okay, as the board of directors. Any opposed? They said no already. Very well. Okay, I told you it is boring. So next one, the elected board. These are the general board. Madam Janice Rebham, Sue Bolton, Sam Safey, Margaret Worth, Atusko Muse. I don't see her. Oh yes, here she is. And Dia Cato. Patricia is not there. And Patricio, the fellow with the biggest voice, bigger than mine. Okay, all in favor, please? Any opposed? And some people went like this. Okay, thank you. Very well, that's it. So my job is done.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Janice,
This is
can you come up?
Cherie.
So it is a tradition in our organization to give a little token of our appreciation for the outgoing president. So at this time, we'd like to present Janice with this beautiful little clock. It says, Janice Rebham, thank you for your time and dedication as president of LSCA 2015 to 2024. So thank you so much. Janice has done such a great job. She got us through COVID, but also helped so significantly with the rest of the board to forge ahead and have our new relationship with the Northern Arapaho. And, we all are a team, but, we need a fearless leader, and she has been fearless for so many years. So we thank her so very much. Big shoes to fill.
And I'm actually not going anywhere as outgoing president. I still serve on the executive committee, and I will be focusing more on some things that I'd like to focus on, such as the activities and building more materials to train and prepare our students for the Arapaho Exchange. So I'm excited to continue with LSCA. Patricio Yanis couldn't be here tonight as treasurer, so I'm going to present the financials, and I'm going to leave them up here if you want to take a look at anything in particular. We get most of our funding from the city of Longmont. We also get donations, but our total income for the year was $52,961. And our expenses for things like we had a fire truck project where we moved a second fire truck across the border. The Arapaho Exchange, our ongoing exchanges with Mexico and Japan, the miscellaneous supplies, things like that. We ended up spending $55,000, so we had a net income, actually a net loss of $2,793. So balance sheet, we have $82,000 in assets, some of which are going to be used to pay for the monument that we built in connection with Art in Public Places. So that is about $15,000 that's going out for that. So if you're interested, you can look at the financials up here. And moving on, we're going to talk about the year in review. Should I switch mics?
Whatever you like. If you're going to keep that one, they can't both be on. If you're going to keep that one on, just make sure both are on.
Okay. I move around, so this one will work better for me. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about the 2023 year in review. First off, we resumed the exchange with Japan, and we sent a delegation for the first time in 4 years. So that was nice to see that happen. For Mexico, through the gift of a fire truck from the city of Longmont, we helped get that truck down to the border. And, oops, did I not turn it off? And thank you, Mike Seaton, who was one of the drivers of the full-size fire truck down to the border. We installed a gazebo at Flanders Park in partnership with AIPP, which is Art in Public Places here in Longmont. If you haven't had a chance to see it, go to Flanders Park and look for the gazebo. It's beautiful. It's got a lot of butterflies on it, which has sort of been our unofficial symbol of our relationship with Mexico, because the monarch butterflies go back and forth across the border, and there's a lot of symbolism in that. So go check that out. We also restarted the exchange post-pandemic with Mexico. Moving on to the Arapaho, we had our second bilateral exchange. We are working on a second documentary about that relationship. It's currently being edited and will be released hopefully in the fall of 2024. So I encourage you to come out and see that when it comes out. And that features Stephen Fasthorse, among other tribal representatives, and including Wolfstar Duran, who, if you were involved last summer, you probably met Wolfstar. So she's heavily featured in this documentary. We had a Wind River trip with Mayor Peck, Councilman Hidalgo Faring, and Councilman Yarborough. We went and visited the reservation for a few days and talked about ideas for the future of our relationships. And coming out of that, we are working to support the senior center in creating a relationship between our seniors and the reservation elders. We had a trip to the Indian relay races this fall, where some of the folks got to meet each other, and we look forward to having a delegation come down probably around powwow time. That's not something we're managing, but we are in support of, and it's a further it's an opportunity for us to continue our education of our community and to provide opportunities to get to know each other better. So that's exciting news for us. We participated in a ton of festivals this year. Earth Day, Cinco de Mayo, Juneteenth, Out Boulder, Rhythm on the River, or Rhythm at Roosevelt now, Unity in the Community, and Dia de los Muertos. So we found some of our chaperones and some of our students at some of those festivals, so we will continue to do that work. We're also working in conjunction with Rachel Moyer in the back of the room on new marketing and logo materials, so look for that in the coming year. Ours have been around for a while, and it's exciting to have a new logo that incorporates each of our sister cities. And finally, on a personal note, I was really excited. Broomfield is creating a relationship with the Southern Arapaho and Cheyenne. We met with them. Sheree and I got a chance to meet with them recently and hear their excitement about this new relationship, and we hope other cities continue to partner with tribes that have relationships or have history in this area, because jointly we can make change. So that's a quick review of 2023, and I'm going to turn it over to Courtney to talk about 2024.
Thank you, Janice. All right, so as she said, we are working on an elder exchange with the Northern Arapaho and our senior center. So we hope to have them down for the powwow that will be in March. And we have learned a lot from the Northern Arapaho about calling our seniors elders and thinking about them and getting learning from them about our history and honoring them in a different way than the majority culture of our current society does. So we appreciate that. We are also going to have a full exchange with Mexico, a full exchange with the Northern Arapaho, and we are sending a delegation to Japan. So, and next year will be our 35th anniversary with Japan. So we look forward to talking about that, but not till 2025. We will do a lot of festivals as we did this year. We will participate in Earth Day, Cinco de Mayo, Juneteenth, Out Boulder, Rhythm at Roosevelt. And at Rhythm at Roosevelt, we have the ability to be the MC. So introducing all the bands and some of the sponsors and getting the word out about Longmont Sister Cities. So that was really fun because Patricia and I got to do that last year. So, and a Unity in the Community, again, Dia de los Muertos. And also there were a few other things that happened last year. I spoke at a couple of organizations. The PEO group, Philanthropic Educational Organization, asked me to come speak to them. Also, the AAUW, American Association of University Women, talked about our exchanges. The Longmont Area Dems, we did that as well. And then in the summer, 6 ambassadors with Wolfstar Duran and I went to speak at one of the Rotary groups. All the kids got up and spoke about their experiences on the exchange. Wolfstar got to tell about her father, who was very instrumental in creating our relationship with Longmont Sister Cities and the Northern Arapaho. And so we're really trying to get out there in the community and let everybody know that we exist and share with and get more students involved. Let's see. We're also looking to collaborate with I Have a Dream Foundation, and we're still figuring out what that's going to do. We have a few people from that organization here. And then Mexico is very interested in connecting the Nahuatl people, the native people of the area where they are in Ciudad Guzman, with our Northern Arapaho friends. So that's just a new idea that we're trying to work on, that we'll be doing that this year. And then I wanted to see that we have a very small board and we are growing, as you can tell. And I want to see if anybody would like to volunteer with us at these festivals during the year, at some of our summer exchange events. And if you're interested in that, please see me after the meeting, just so I can jot you down and we'll call on you when we need help, because we like to have 3 or 4 people at those tables, excuse me, and get out the word about this. So we need some help. You can, if you are interested in joining the board, you can start coming to our meetings, which are the 3rd Thursday of the month in the room right down there. 2nd Thursday, thank you. 2nd Thursday of the month at 6:30 p.m. in the study conference room, which is at the end of this hall. So it's open to the public always. So please join us. Come see what we're all about. So parents, anybody could come help us. We need the help. All right, so now we're going to ask up the 2023 delegations is, let's go with Japan first, since I'm up here, because I went to Japan. Is Francisco here? Quinn? Maddie? Did Alex make it? All right. Well, we were tiny. We were small. We were just 5 students and 2 chaperones. So I'll let Francisco talk about his experience there, and then you'll get.
Hello, everyone. My name is Francisco Sandoval. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a teacher at Skyline High School, and I was fortunate enough to go to Japan. And again, it was 5 of us.
Thank you, Rachel.
We also went to schools. Oh, more. We went to every level of school and met the students, signed autographs for the students. We read preschoolers' stories, and we took classes with the high schoolers. We went we went to a castle and did a lot of just other trips with each other and then our families as well. Now that's all.
Thank you very much. Can we have Mexico from 2023 come up? Rachel can go first. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rachel Moyer. I work for the city of Longmont, and I was a chaperone for Mexico last year. My favorite part, I think watching you guys have so much fun. We had such a cool, fun group, both the Mexican ambassadors and our ambassadors. It was just Mexico's a blast, and you guys are going to have so much fun. And the food was delicious. Who's next?
My name's Aiden. I'm a sophomore at in Erie High School. This is my third exchange, and Mexico was, I don't even know how to put it into words. When I was there, it felt like, I felt like I was lived there my whole life. The family was super welcoming. It made it feel like there was my actual family. I did a lot of stuff while I was there. I ate a lot of food. That may have been a mistake, just a little bit afterward, but it was a really good time. I loved it down there. These guys were also super sweet. Yeah, it felt like a really good family down there.
My name's Sean O'Leary. I'm a junior at Nawat High School, and that was my first ever exchange in Ciudad Guzman. And then the house we stayed at was a whole experience, because there was only like one person who spoke any English, and it was the older brother, and we would play like poker nights with like coins that TSA tried to take away from me.
Yes. And like the first 30 minutes, I was in charge of you. They had to call us aside. So yeah.
We got up to a lot of like no good, but a lot of good, and it was a lot of fun. The water is not a good idea.
My name's Natalie. The Japan trip that I go on this year will be my third trip. I went to the Northern Arapaho 2 summers ago and Mexico last year. And I'm just gonna say right now, we did not sign any autographs, but we did make a lot of friends. My host family got 2 kittens while I was there. They were the cutest little things. And I mean, we got to see the Barbie movie. It was really fun. We did all get a little sick, but it was okay because it was fun too. And I made a ton of friends. I still talk to half the people. I see them. I see their Instagram posts. I wish them happy birthday. And I made so many lasting relationships, and it was just really amazing to do that. Okay. I think I got it. Is it good?
Yeah. You just have to.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm Laura. I'm a senior at Longmont High School, and last year going to Mexico was my first exchange. And I mean, I had a great time. It was definitely challenging sometimes, but I feel like I learned a lot, and overall it was a very positive experience. So yeah, I'm really grateful for all of it.
Let's give these kids an extra hand too, because Mexico is a whirlwind, and they were champs, as you can tell. They're awesome. So.
And how about the group that went to the Wind River Reservation last summer?
My name's Karen Bandy, and both my daughters participated in this exchange, which was wonderful. My oldest daughter went to Mexico and Japan, and my youngest daughter was able to get to Mexico. And it was really fun for me to see them go through this experience because I was an exchange student back in '83, '84 to the Netherlands with Rotary for 9 months. So this exchange was wonderful. It was great to get to know the kids. We were there just under a week. And it's amazing how close you get to the people you're traveling with and the people that we got to visit. What else can I say? It was great to see, we got to see a powwow. So that was a really fun experience for all of us to go to. I really enjoyed, we ended up staying at the youth center on the reservation. And we sort of camped out there. And in the morning, we'd clean everything up. And one of the elders would come in. And they did sort of an education class for some of the kids on the exchange. So it was really interesting for us to participate in that as well.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jenny Diaz-Leon, and my pronouns are she, her, and ella. I work for the City of Longmont at the Children, Youth, and Families Division, which mostly everybody knows as the Longmont Youth Center. And I've gotten to go to the reservation a couple different times, but it's always great going with students because of the different reflection circles that we have after, the conversations that we have after, the conversations with the elders, and just being able to really experience people and hear their history, hear the things that they're passionate about, have them share love with us. That's something that I think is really unique about Sister Cities, is that you actually build strong relationships with people, and it does turn into family. And so anytime that we get an opportunity to travel to these places, it's really a privilege to be able to be welcomed into people's homes, and to have people share knowledge with us. And so one of my all-time favorite things this experience was actually staying at the 477 building, which is their youth center, because we got to hang out with these guys and learn a little bit more about them in a way that we didn't when we stayed at the different places last time. So I really appreciated building relationships with the group, and meeting the students and more people over on the reservation. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Will Single. I'm a teacher over at Skyline High School, and last year was my first time on an exchange. I think it's impossible to overstate the significance of the exchange to me. It's hard not to sound cliche, but it really was like a life-changing experience. Getting to, I guess as a teacher, I'm used to like there being, the thing that I know about and the thing that the kids know, and I'm trying to help them get up to, closer to where I am. And it was really interesting, and fun getting to be kind of on the same stage as everybody else on the exchange, except I guess Jenny. And kind of learning about things together and experiencing the beauty of it together. And meeting all these wonderful people who, brought us into their homes and shared their food with us and shared their lives with us. It was wonderful.
Hi, I'm Bridget. I'm a student at Silver Creek High School, and I just had the best time at the exchange. It was just amazing. It was such a community. I still talk with the group all the time. And it was just a really amazing experience, with the culture and food and stuff. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Paloma Delgado. I'm a junior at Niwot High School, and I went to the Arapaho Reservation. I would say it was a pretty life-changing event, like Will said. I made lifelong friends, and I still talk to a lot of them. And it was really fun experiencing a new culture and being able to bond so well with the people I went on my trip with.
Hi, my name's Haley. I'm a sophomore at Silver Creek High School, and I went on the Arapaho Exchange last year. It was incredible to be on. I did not stop talking about it for probably a week and a half after I got back. I would tell everyone about it. I just had such a good time. Everyone was so helpful and willing to help us learn, or even help us when I left my wallet in Thermopolis and Wolfstar had to drive me there and we got stuck behind a car crash for 2.5 hours. But you just bond so easily with everyone down there, and even spending time in the van and spending time in the youth center with the other students down on the reservation, we would just hang out and eat dinner together and talk, and it was really fun, and it was a really good experience.
My name is Molly Riddle. I'm a junior at Silver Creek High School, and I went on the Arapaho Exchange last year, and I thought it was a just incredible opportunity. And growing up in a place like Longmont, you're surrounded by so much affluence, and going to a place that just doesn't have that was so incredible, and it teaches you like what's really important, like community and the people in your life, which I thought was really cool. And it was so fun to get to know a bunch of people from different cultures and even different lives, like in Longmont. And we had so many fun memories together, and it was just such an incredible experience.
Thank you very much. And I just want to say, we hear that it changes people's lives. It changes youth's lives. It changes the chaperones' lives. It changes anybody who's involved in this program for the better, and I think makes the world a better place. And Longmont makes this town a better place. So let's look at who is going this year. So can we have who's going to Japan in 2024? Can y'all please come up?
Hi, I'm Daniel Hines.
Come up here and squeeze in a little bit.
Hello, I'm Daniel Hines. I've agreed to be one of the chaperones for the Japan trip, and I'm very much looking forward to it.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Shakita Yarbrough, and I am on City Council. I know Daniel did it so quick and easy, but I just want to say thank you to Courtney, because she planted a seed. How many years ago, Courtney? 5 years ago. We met at a League of Women Voters event, and I was on the board at the time of the League of Women Voters. I wasn't even on City Council. She was recruiting then. And here I am. Yeah, and so here I am. So I just want to say thank you to Courtney for her passion in this program and believing in it, and that's how much she believes in it. Who would have known that I'm on City Council and getting ready to go to Japan this year? So thank you, Courtney. And I'm excited going to Japan. Amazing.
My name is Sean. Sean O'Leary. I go to Niwot High School. I'm a junior. I'm turning 17 in like 3 weeks. I don't normally wear hats.
My name is Landon Vella, and I'm going to Japan this year. I'm a junior at Longmont High School.
Okay, I'm Laura. I'm still a senior at Longmont High School, and I was just here, so.
I'm Aiden. I'm a sophomore at Erie High School. Yeah, I was also just here. Yeah, this is my third exchange, so I'm really excited about that.
Hi again. Yeah, I'm a sophomore at Niwot. I don't think I said that last time. I'm really excited for Japan. I've finished them now. After Japan, I've finished them, and I'm so excited for all the food too, and cats.
Hi, I'm Talia Victoria. I'm a junior at Iowa High School, and this is my first exchange, and I'm very excited about that.
Hi, I'm Angeli. This is also my first exchange, and I'm also a junior at Niwot High School, and I'm also very excited.
All right, let's have who's going to Mexico. Tell us what you're looking forward to. Come tighter because the camera. Oh, tighter. Live streaming tighter. Yeah, tighter. Come in. There you go.
Hey everybody, my name's Ann Noonan, and I can't remember how this dropped into my lap, but all of a sudden I'm like, why haven't I known about the chaperone role in this program? I knew about Sister Cities. I knew what an awesome program it is to have our Sister Cities. I've been really happy about the Wind River relationship. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I could go. And I had signed up for it, and then I went to one of the events and I met Sue and Janice, and I don't know who they thought I was. I'm like, and I've applied and I'm super excited. So anyway, I've been working very hard to learn Spanish and to be more a part of my community here in Longmont that's Spanish speaking. And that's been a task that I've set for myself in my kind of semi-retirement. So I'm hoping I will have good chance to exercise that and be able to do more things within this community after the exchange. And I'm really looking forward to Team Guzman here. I think we have 8 girls going with us, and we're super excited about it, Tess and I.
I'm Tess Enright. I'm super excited to be able to go to Mexico. I'm looking forward to it with Anne and all of these wonderful girls. I grew up in Longmont, and so I've heard about this program back, when I was in elementary school, I think. Middle school. And I was lucky enough to do an exchange to Sweden when I was 16. And so I know how important and how amazing it can be and how life-changing. So I'm really excited to be going on this trip with this great group. So.
My name is Willow Robinson. I'm from Skyline High School, and I'm really excited to try a bunch of the food.
Hi, I'm Bridget Dermody again. I go to Creek. I'm a sophomore. I'm really excited for our group. We've got such a great group.
Hi, again, my name's Paloma Delgado. I would say I'm most excited for probably to learn a new culture. I'm also Mexican, but not from that part or that region, so it'd be pretty cool to experience a new type of language and just a new type of thing.
Hello, I'm Katie Aaron, and I'm a sophomore at Silver Creek High School, and I'm most looking forward to eating new kinds of food and meeting all new kinds of people.
Hello again. I'm Molly Riddle, and I'm a junior at Silver Creek. It sounds a little dumb, but I'm really excited to be in a place where they speak Spanish because I've been learning Spanish since elementary school, on and off, and I'm not great, but I think it'll be super good for me to be in a place where they speak it, and I don't know.
Hi again, I'm Haley again. I'm a sophomore at Silver Creek High School, and I'm excited to travel with this group and meet new people and get to know some people that I kind of already know. And get to know new people.
Hi, I'm Alifonso Perez. I'm a freshman at Longmont High School, and it's my first year doing Sister Cities, and I'm excited to try that food I've been hearing about, and probably to meet new people.
Hi, I'm Nayeli Gonzalez, and I'm going into, in my eyes, but I'm going to high school next year at Skyline, and I'm really excited to be doing this. Yeah.
Thank you, ambassadors and chaperones. And you can see we have a lot of repeats. And I think that says a lot about our program, that some of the students want to come back. And in general, we have 3 generations of people with Japan that we have known. And we're on 2 generations with Mexico, and of course, we're newly started just the last few years with the Northern Arapaho. So this is a life-changing event that can be in your life for a long time. I went to Japan myself for the first time, and I've been involved with Sister Cities since 2007. And it was like a homecoming to a place I had never been, because I'd met a lot of people already there, and I felt welcome and loved upon arrival. And it was just, it's amazing, the whole program. All right, who is going to the Wind River Reservation? Come on up. I think we have everybody new. I don't think we have some repeats here, so.
Hello, everyone. Oh, whoa. My name is Hernan Perez. This is my first time chaperoning, and I'm very excited. I've heard about this a couple different times and from a few different people. I work with Jenny, and so she's got to tell me a lot about the experiences and everything. So I'm just real excited to be able to be part of this and get that opportunity to go out there.
My name is Steven Perez, and I'm a junior in Longmont High, and this is my first year in this program. I'm really excited to learn about a different tribe other than mine, so yeah.
Hi, everybody. I just ran back inside from getting the food, so just coming back in to warm up. Good to be with you all. My name's Erica. I'm very glad to be going on the Arapaho trip this year. It's my first time working as a volunteer chaperone with Sister Cities, and it's been a real treat even so far just to get an understanding of the organization and values and what everybody's up to here. So I work in restorative justice practices, and there's a lot of citing indigeneity around restorative justice, and who is that actually? No, we haven't had any real connection with that community, so I'm really grateful to be able to go with students and my chaperone, my co-chaperone. We're gonna have a ball and really get to know folks and understand the history and the current lived experience of people, and hopefully make some good friends. Maybe some new TikTok dance videos. Okay, thank you.
Hello, my name's Winslow Kiefer, and I'm an 8th grader at Altona Middle School, and I'm really excited to meet all these new people that I'll be going on this trip with.
My name is Samuel Gomez, and I'm a freshman at Frederick High School, and I'm really excited for this trip.
Hi, I'm Avery. I'm a freshman at Skyline, and this is my first time doing this, so yeah.
And Janice, can you come back up and talk about fundraising? And some food is coming in. We'll have some snacks after this.
Great. Well, while Erica finishes getting the food set up, thank you, Erica, for arranging this. Just a couple of things. The trip to Japan is rather expensive. The trip to Mexico is more affordable, and the Arapaho program is very inexpensive. Having said all that, we know that it really helps to do some fundraising. And I also want to mention that we have some scholarships, and there are 2 types of scholarships. I'll send out more information on one of them in particular. The 2 types of scholarships, we have scholarships for those that are on free and reduced lunch at in the school district. So if that's your situation and you're going on one of your exchanges, please reach out to Courtney or myself, and we can talk to you about how to make sure you can go without a huge financial burden to your family. The other scholarship we have is the Ray Anderton Memorial Scholarship. Ray was on our board for a very long time and was an educator who really believed in the value of travel. So we created this scholarship when he passed a few years back, and we issue 5 a year, and it covers either the, if you're going to Mexico, it would almost cover your cost of your ticket. And if you're going to Japan, the $500 comes in really handy to reduce the cost of the rather expensive airline ticket to Japan. So we will send out information in the coming weeks, and the deadline for that will be April 1st. And we encourage all of our ambassadors going to Mexico or Japan to apply for that scholarship if you're interested. There is a theme, and I didn't bring it tonight, apologies, but we will get a brochure out to you guys in the coming weeks and make sure that you have the information in plenty of time. We've had some former scholarship winners are in the room, and they've done all kinds of things like a video or a presentation on something in our community. The theme will be community related, so we'll get that information out to you. So with that in mind, we also encourage our parents to bond together and do some fundraising as a group. And we encourage our students, you're the ones benefiting from this. It's, do some babysitting or snow shoveling or whatever you can come up with to earn some of the funds. Because it can be a little pricey to go to these communities, but it's well worth it, as you've heard from our students. So I would encourage the parents to stay in this room afterwards. Do we know if the food is ready? Looks like. Are we all set up? Oh, 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm not going to talk for 2 minutes. Does anybody in the room have any questions that we can answer, either about the exchanges this year or any of the activities or costs or things like that? Great question, and you went to the reservation, which is always the most challenging one to schedule. Mexico and Japan typically go the last half of July and then come here the next 10 days after that. Okay, for the Arapaho, we're working on those dates. And as you know, it's sometimes around their religious ceremonies. Their New Year's is in the summer, and they have a very important ceremony that we have to schedule around. So we work with them to do that, and we also try and schedule it around when there will be a powwow up there. So you get to go to a powwow with our friends that can explain actually what's happening. Other questions? Yes. Of course. So when Mexico comes back and when the Arapaho are here, we will do activities during those stays. They're different. If we do them simultaneously, I can tell you some of the things we'll do, but it's also possible that we may do them separately. For the Arapaho, we're welcoming them home. This is their homelands. And so we try and gear it towards experiencing what this community has to offer now, but also looking at history. So we will probably go to the Denver History Museum to see the Sand Creek exhibit. We'll do things like go to Estes Park. We usually bring down an elder that can explain what the significance of Estes Park and Rocky Mountain National Park are for the Northern Arapaho, things like that. For the Mexico exchange here, the activities, we usually do a Denver day, sometimes a baseball game, sometimes not. We try and go to, we usually do a boulder day. Last year we did a hike from NCAR down to Chautauqua. We do an Estes Park day with that group as well. Oftentimes we go to Waterworld. That's a really popular one for our students for some reason. I don't really understand it, but we usually have a farewell dinner, which is really important. All our delegations will dance at that event, and so our delegation's going to Mexico, and y'all are going to have to come up with some kind of dance that you'll perform in the local community as well as when you come back here. We often do the Boulder County Parade for the Boulder County Fair. So those are some of the, does that give you an idea? Crackpots, yes. We always start off at crackpots. It's a great way to break some ice and do some painting and get to know your guests a little better that way. Other questions? Oh, yes, hi. Generally, it's whenever I get around to posting it, but always by September 1st. Well, technically, we have 2 spots that are open right now for the Arapahoe program. So if anybody knows anybody, thank you for taking this up for me, by the way. Anybody knows any students that might be interested in doing the Arapahoe program, we do have 2 spots for this year. As soon as they can get them in. I will. Yeah, we've been interviewing students in the last couple of weeks to. Mm-hmm. 8th through 11th grade is our preferred. Sometimes we make exceptions for if we have space and we have a senior that's really interested, which is one of the situations we had this year. We found 8th through 11th grade is really ideal because they come back, they can talk about it with their friends, and they're not as distracted about college applications as seniors might be. But yeah, yes, Sam. Haha, well, we always need extra chaperones on the day trips, so that's something, if you're interested, it's really fun, depending on if you have a specialty or work in an interesting place that we might be able to bring a delegation, please let us know. I know we visited Robin at CU in the the space department, which was really enjoyed by some of our students. And so that's a great way. Helping with fundraisers is another way between now and the exchange. And for those going to Mexico and Japan in particular, we'll have you host our meetings. It's so you can get to know the chaperones a little better and they can get to know you a little better. And so you'll be asked to host a meeting probably at your house between now and July. Other questions? Yes, Rachel. Yep. Yep. Yeah, and for those 2 spots, we actually just filled one of our last spots for Mexico. Was it last weekend, Tess? Monday. Yeah. So, we still will try and fill those last 2 slots for the Arapahoe exchange. But we want to get those in place as soon as possible so they don't get behind in learning about the activities and all of those things. Other questions? Well, the good news is the food is ready. So thank you all for coming. Really appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing a number of you again this summer. And for those of you who have graduated on, thank you for coming back and continuing to support our program. Thank you.